For more information on today's program, contact Erica Taylor Montgomery at threegirlsmedia.com. Now, back to Punch, Media and Marketing Made Easy on the Bay Area's business leader, AM 1220 KDOW.
Good morning and welcome back to Punch, Media and Marketing Made Easy on 1220 AM KDOW, the Wall Street Business Network, where we help you punch through the competition and deliver a total knockout with your public relations, your marketing, your social media, and so much more. You can visit us online to read blog posts from our guests and get additional tips on our topics, as well as find the archives of all the shows we've done. And you can find us online at punchmarketing.biz. That's punchmarketing.biz. I'm your host, Erica Taylor Montgomery, and our topic is how to use online PR to promote your company. Our guest is Carrie DePhillips of The Content Factory. And Carrie, let's talk a little bit about what happens once companies are successful in getting themselves some online media coverage and how they can really capitalize on that 15 minutes of fame.
Okay, so I will use myself and my company for an example. I was recently interviewed by CNN about the Affordable Care Act and how it was going to impact small business. That was an online-only article. It was for CNN.com. And what happens is other reporters and other producers read up on their competition. They see what their competition's covering and see if they can't maybe poach the people that were interviewed so that they can talk about the same types of subjects on their media channels. So I was on CNN.com, and then I was picked up for CNN TV, and I was interviewed live on CNN, and then a couple months later, their producers and the journalist was already familiar with me. So they contacted me again and said, hey, I have some questions I want to ask you. Let's do this again. And so they did. And I was on CNN.com again. And then this time somebody from Fox Business read the article and then contacted me through our website. And I was on Fox Business the next week. So a lot of it is once you get that ball rolling down the hill, it kind of has a snowball effect where more people see it, more people come to your website, they remember your website, they come back later on. And again, it's that circle of life that just keeps going, but you've got to kick that pebble down the hill to get it rolling first.
Absolutely. And, let's talk a little bit about the value of media coverage. There's all different types of media coverage, be it, like you said, you were on CNN's website as well as CNN TV. And then there's, of course, also newspapers and magazines. And then online, we've got websites and blogs. So how can a business owner or entrepreneur put some sort of value on the PR that they're receiving?
So this is the question that everyone's been asking themselves since PR was invented, right? How much is this worth? And so there are some just kind of standard industry evaluations. What would this cost if I was on CNN for 3.5 minutes? What would it cost to buy 3.5 minutes of airtime during the commercials? So that's one way to value it, but really there's a difference between advertising and in-content interviews, whether that's plugging your company in an article online as you're being interviewed or on TV. And people trust that more than advertising. So it's not an apples to apples comparison. It's really apples to oranges. And I think the oranges are more valuable than the advertising apples, I would say.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with you. Often at Three Girls Media and Marketing, we put a value of editorial media coverage at 3 times the value of what you would pay for advertising because people find it more credible, more believable, and more trustworthy than they do an advertisement. We've been talking about how to use online PR to promote your company. Our guest has been Carrie DePhillips with The Content Factory, and you can find her company online at contentfac.com. Now, coming up next week on Punch Media and Marketing Made Easy, we're going to be talking about how to increase your blog following in round 1. And then in round 2, our topic is how to use Pinterest for business. That's next Saturday, 9 to 10 a.m. right here on 1220 a.m. KDOW. Thank you to my guest producer, Kate Barton, as well as our studio engineer, Kevin Drury. You've been listening to Punch Media and Marketing Made Easy on 1220 a.m. KDOW, the Wall Street Business Network. I'm your host, Erica Taylor Montgomery, and I'll see you next week.
You've been listening to Punch Media and Marketing Made Easy. For information on today's program, visit 3girlsmedia.com. Again, that's 3girlsmedia.com. Join us again next time for another edition of Punch Media and Marketing Made Easy on the Bay Area's business leader, AM 1220 KDOW.